Hi there, this is Sanjay and I welcome you all to this English learning YouTube channel, English Every Day. In today's video, again, I'm going to talk about Indian accent, but it's not only about Indian accent. I would be giving you the tricks how you can think in English, because many of the people who want to be fluent in English, and whenever they are given a topic, they are unable to speak for a long period of time, especially when you have a business meetings or when you have a business concept to discuss with your clients, or maybe somewhere or the other you face the problem like you need to have a conversation for anybody who's living away from you, or maybe the person who's having higher level for English than you. So don't worry, in today's video we're going to talk about such kind of things that will definitely help you out to be more fluent in English, and this entire things I would be describing you in Indian accent. So this would be like a two benefits. The first, you would be learning how to think in English, and the second one is you would be more familiar with Indian accent. So let's get into the class and we're gonna start it. So the first point we have is how to think in English. Generally, we face the problem like the composition is the main issue. I mean, you have many words in your brain, but you are unable to organize them in a proper way to make a proper sentence. Sometimes you feel that whatever you're going to speak, it is having some kind of mistakes. I mean, you feel that you are making mistakes while you're speaking English, and that actually breaks your confidence. It means when you are giving a presentation, or when you have a deal with a client or a con call or a conference, so at the time of speaking, you are unable to choose the selection of words. It means you are speaking with somebody and you feel like, oh, how can I say this? What can be the effective way to speak that particular sentence? So why it happens? Because you have a limited vocabulary. You have some kind of thoughts in your brain that you feel that you want to speak, but when you listen to the other people, you feel like the other person, he's going to speak in a different way, and you feel that your English is not good, better than the other person. But it doesn't happen, because the same situation the other person is having. For example, when I speak with somebody, people feel that I speak much fluent, I have much vocabulary, I use some phrasal verbs, or maybe the kind of professional language I use while I communicate with the other people. Similarly, when I listen to other people, I feel that the other person is speaking something else. So this is actually, we are thinking in our brain. It doesn't happen in the reality. You only need to focus on particular mistakes you are doing when you're speaking. For example, like when you are giving a presentation and you are given a topic and you need to speak about it. So what you have to do is you have to keep on speaking. Just focus, be attentive, be alert, be informed what you are speaking on. Because if you don't pay attention on initially what you are speaking on, you would be speaking something which is actually said in your brain. You know, our brain has a CF factor, converting factor, which actually enables us to speak any language which concepts or the kind of structure you have saved in your brain. Our brain has different types of patterns that we talk about, like a belief system. So when you speak like, he don't know to speak Chinese. Oh, but actually it should be, he doesn't know to speak Chinese. So, you have to pay attention on where you have to use which helping verb, which grammatical concept would be applied on which place. And if you are capable of doing this, initially you would take some time to focus on your own voice, to focus on your own speaking. So the simple way is you need to record your voice, like just start the recorder in your cell phone and start speaking. Once you start speaking and you record it and you listen back it again, you would come to know like, oh, these are the areas where I need to make my pitch up, make my pitch down, or this is the place where I need to use some punctuation marks, or I have to speak in a different way, right? So it is like you have to go into your observation. You have to observe yourself. Once you know how to observe yourself, then it would become very easy for you to find out the mistakes you commit while you are speaking English. Now, the second one is imagination. You need to go for imagination. Just imagine yourself that you are a very good speaker and you are addressing a lot of people. Many people are standing in front of you and you are going to deal with them. You are going to speak about any current situation, about any topic, any situation. And just feel like this. Once you have this kind of feeling in your brain, you would feel that it become very easy for you to speak English, right? Now, the next part we have is reading. The more you read, the better you have your brain concepts. Generally people feel like reading is something which is already available in the form of videos. For example, yesterday I made one of my friends and he said to me like he wanted to see a video which is about The Secret. The Secret is a book which is written by Rhonda Byrne, and it is about the affirmation, attraction, visualization, and having the feeling of gratitude. So he doesn't know. And he said to me like he wants to watch that video, that story of the magic. But I suggested him to go for a book, to read that concept in a book. Why I said so? There is a logic behind that. I said because when you read a book, you have your own imagination. For example, when you are reading a story and it says, once there was a man and he was living on the top of a mountain. So you would imagine in your brain, there is a mountain, there is a man, and whatever you read, like he has a field, he has a dog, so you would see that dog. But when you watch the video, it actually doesn't, because you are watching other people's imagination. You are imitating other people's thoughts, and that doesn't work. So, if you read the success stories of many people, just like Elon Musk or like Bill Gates, or many people are there, they all are very good in reading. They used to read a lot. So the more you read, the better you have your brain concepts. You would come to know about many professional vocabulary, because when you keep on reading, when you have a habit of reading for a long period of time, you actually get those words in your brain that you can take out at the time of speaking. So, as I said in the beginning, like I would be speaking Indian accent, and now like I'm speaking a neutral accent, which is more likely to be an American accent. So now I'm switching it and I'm going into Indian accent. So that will be benefited for those people who are actually want to improve their listening for Indian accent. So now I'm going to talk about Indian accent. Like Indian people, they speak like me and they speak much faster. Like I'm speaking very much faster. So it is sometimes become very difficult for many people when they listen to the people. So Indian people, when they speak English, they actually have a very strong accent. They strongly use their teeth, their tongue to pronounce the words. For example, like tomato, 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 tomato. So like when I say tomato, so how I say this? Tomato. I'm just closing my mouth and making a sound like to, the T sound, tomato. So I'm really sorry. There are many such words Indian people they pronounce when they have like a strong Indian accent. So now I'm going to say something in Indian accent, and this would be for you that you have to understand how I speak and what I'm speaking about. So I'm going to talk about one of the past incident which had happened with me 15 days before. So I'm going to repeat that, and that should be in Indian accent. So you need to pay attention on and check how I speak and how it can be better. Right? So let's start. So it was Sunday and I had to go to meet one of my friend to another city. It was like in the morning, 9 a.m. So I woke up. It is like I generally wake up at 7 a.m. but that day I woke up at 9 a.m. So as I woke up, I thought in my brain that I need to go to meet my friend who was living much far away, around like 50 kilometers away from my house. So I had two options. I could have gone by bike or I could take my car. So I decided to go by bike. I cleaned my bike and I sat on it and I started going. When I reached there, a square, I found like there was much rush. People were here and there and they were talking on about different issues, about different topics. So one of my friend was standing there and he saw me. He raised his hand towards me and he said like, "Oh, where are you going? Sanjay, where are you going?" And I said to him like, "I'm going to meet my friend and he's like 40 kilometers away from here." He said to me like, "Oh, I'm free. If you don't have any problem, can I go with you?" And I said, "Okay, no problem. You can sit behind and we will be going together." And then we started going. When we reached toward a traffic signal, there was a red light. So we stopped our bike and we were waiting for a green signal. Then I was looking here and there, the other people, what the other people are doing when we have such kind of situation. So suddenly I saw that there was a boy and the boy was around 12 years old and he was having a bucket in his hand. Maybe he was going somewhere to fill the water. Suddenly he started running. There was a red signal, but still he started running. And then the signal became green and the car started coming out here and there. One car was coming at a very fast speed and the car hit the boy. The boy fell down on the road and the blood was coming out from his leg. We were shocked to see that. We went near to the boy. We took the boy into our arms and we took him to the hospital. We got him admitted in an emergency ward. And then I found that the boy had a small purse where his father's contact number was there. I called his father. His father came there in 15 minutes and then we handed over the boy to him. It was a sad day because the boy got injured. And whenever I see the people who are injured, I feel really very very anxiety, very much not feel very good. So it happens. So now we are coming to the end of this video because the video is getting much longer, and I think we finished it. I mean, we talk about how to imagine, how to talk in English, how to be fluent, how to get new thoughts, how to get the kind of structure for the sentences. Later on, if you want me to make such kind of more videos where I can describe you something, or if you have any topic that you want me to describe you in the class or having a presentation, I would be very happy to listen this from you. So that's all, and thank you so much for giving you this much of time, and I would be very happy if you write down something for me in the comment box, and thank you so much for your love. Thank you.